Namaskar. Welcome to this special edition of This Week with Padma Shri recipient Dr. Sudhir Parikh. Dr. Sir, welcome. Namaste.
Namaskar everyone.
So I begin by greeting on India's Independence Day again, and I also want to share that you have been to India, participated in India's Independence Day celebration, and then you participated in India Day parade and many functions already. So let us go to India with you. How was your experience being there?
I think it was a great experience. Of course, India is coming long way. India is now completely different, more vibrant, more dynamic. People are very happy. The young generation is kind of bounce on lips. They are moving forward in both economically and socially. So you can feel the vibrancy of in India. And during this 15th August celebration in Delhi, it was a lot of excitement, a big function, big event on Red Fort, and Prime Minister's speech was very well received, and people loved it.
So there were some promises made by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, but I referred to him sort of claiming that he's going to be addressing from the Red Fort next year also. How was that perceived, and personally, how do you feel about the confidence exhibited by him?
Well, I think it was kind of confidence exhibited by Prime Minister, and I think it was kind of reaction in the newspaper and in TV was kind of mixed. I mean, people, those who are pro-BJP, pro-government, they were all praising it. And other people, they were criticizing it. They said that usually Red Fort lecture or speech should not be politicized and cannot be used for election purpose. So I think, but overall, I think what Prime Minister was saying that I'm coming back, so showing the confidence and showing people of India that BJP has done good work in last 10 years and it will come back.
And just quickly touching some of the references you made were empowering women and making sure that there are more rich entrepreneurs from this women entrepreneurs, and certain schemes were also announced. So talk to me, was there anything that you felt elated listening from Prime Minister being there? And if I may add, because then we'll move to other references, the absence of the opposition leader, Mr. Khadge, though his chair was shown as we saw here.
Yeah, I think again it's kind of unfortunate. I mean, Prime Minister's speech was very vibrant and very inspiring, and absence of the opposition leader is not very good sign. Should be all party leaders should be there, because it's an Independence Day where there should not be any party politics or anything else. And I don't know why opposition leader was not there. I have no idea myself personally.
Yeah, actually I heard him in one of the interviews responding that he had to attend two other events, and he said then there is security which prevents them from moving quickly. So that was not very justified.
Right. So whatever reason, but I think somehow they should have figured it out to attend the Red Fort event. I mean, because it's a kind of common courtesy to be there.
Absolutely. And now let's look at the exciting part of India's achievements in the field of space and the Chandrayaan-3, and people are excited, successfully it is going to land. Prime Minister Narendra Modi would be witnessing it live from South Africa. So talk to me about the spirit of India.
Well, I think India came a long way in the space science, and thanks to founder of the space science in India, Vikram Sarabhai, Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, I think we should be proud of ourselves that in short term we came a long way. Plus, I think our cost of doing this kind of space venture is much less than Western world. And I think we are doing pretty good. I mean, not exactly same as Western world, but very close to it. And I think one day we'll catch up with them.
So staying with India and again underlining the excitement, and probably by the time our viewers are seeing it, 23rd August, it has already been seen and it is successful. We pray and hope. And moving toward the other references which are emerging from India relates to a lot of scams. And there's one where they say 53% of the scholarship given to minorities in different states was bogus. This investigation was initiated by the Minority Affairs Minister Smriti Irani, and now they have asked CBI to investigate. It is baffling how crores of rupees given and
yeah, it is very unfortunate thing that even though we made so much advance in education, in IT, in space science, and still the basic kind of evil in our society, which is corruption, which is so deep-rooted, and it becomes so kind of natural in a sense, people take it granted. And that is a very bad thing, because of the corruption, lot of resources and money lost in the corruption rather than putting into the project.
And how do you see the way Minister Smriti Irani has proactively acted? First, there was another agency which did the investigation, and then they have. This involves a lot of states. Overall, the way this is being handled, how do you see that?
Well, I mean, she did a good job, but again, there are so many corruption like this still going on, unfortunately, even in spite of the hard work and of our Prime Minister to clamp those corruption. But I mean, I think it should come within the people, that they should, and somehow the person who get caught into corruption should be punished very harshly. That's the only way to stop this corruption.
And let's come to America with you. And let me request you to share the spirit that keeps you excited. And you participated in India's Independence Day in New Delhi, and then here also you were actively present at important India Day oriented events like India Day Parade. How was your experience this year?
Well, I think, I mean, of course, India Day Parade is a great event and a great day of celebration, because it's our 76th year of India's independence. And this is the independence we won without even shedding a drop of the blood. And all credit goes to Mahatma Gandhi and other freedom fighters who fought for our freedom. And after freedom, we came a long way from the agricultural society mainly to the now economical, IT society. And we have now 45% of the population, which is young population, less than 35 years of age. So I think, and very well educated, and our economy is fifth largest economy in the world, and our GDP growth is also quite good as compared to other developing countries. So I think overall we feel so good, and we should celebrate this 15th of August all over the world. And we are doing this thing here for last 41 years, this India Day Parade. And this is the second largest parade, India Day Parade, outside India. Second largest parade, one after the one in the 26th January parade in Delhi. So the parade was great. We had about 35 floats of different organization, different state, different temples, and so forth. And a lot of people came to participate in this parade. And this year, kind of unusual, unlike other years, this time the Grand Marshal was spiritual leader, Sri Ravi Shankar. And of course, Guest of honor was our Mayor Eric Adam and Consul General of India Jaiswalji. And of course, other guest of honor was actress Jacqueline Fernandez. She is a kind of noted and acclaimed actor in the Bollywood, as well as another actor called Samita Prabhu, who is also very well-known actress in the movies, particularly in the Tamil and Telugu movies. And I think she claimed to be successfully acted in the 53 movies in the Tollywood. So I think all in all, it was great parade. And in the evening after parade, we have great gala on the Hudson, and everybody enjoyed it. Good food, good fun, and we'll wait another Independence Day next year.
Absolutely, and as dynamic Prime Minister Narendra Modi is, when we look back, it seems it was yesterday that he was in America, but after that so much water has flown down the Ganga, as they say. His presence at South Africa to participate in BRICS and his address highlighting achievements of India and promises of India, how do you see the way it is likely to turn out? And there are references, suggestions that he may have a sideline meeting with Chinese counterpart and they may discuss border. But more important, your views on the discussions happening that China and India may work together to kind of offset the importance of US dollar. Do you see that happening?
Well, I think BRIC is a very, very significant, important group of the nations who get together every year. And these are the developing nations. Of course, now China is already developed nation, and India is also kind of developed nation. And Prime Minister is going to meet on the sideline, out of main conference to President Chairman Xi, and that's a good sign because India and China are the neighbors. They are both highly populated, number one and number two countries in the world, and the economy is both economy of the Asia as well as the Western world is depending upon China and India. So if they can work together, if we can work together, it's a great for India, both diplomatically as well as economically. So I hope that Prime Minister can strike a deal with the President Xi and make sure that we work together and not to fight for the border or anything else.
I'm kind of reminded of Hindi Chini Bhai Bhai, but hope we have moved away from that particular space of distrust. But as we conclude, lastly, many Indian Americans are very excited by the promising expressions, articulation of America's problem by the Republican candidate from Indian origin, Vivek Ramaswamy. He is considered right now second to Donald Trump only. Quite a big achievement. You must have heard him. How do you see his part?
I think he's a great orator. He's a great communicator, and he has very clear ideas about all the aspect of the world. Means whether it's foreign policy or domestic policy. And of course he's I don't think he's a second, but he's a third to the in the poll at least. And but again, Donald Trump is way ahead of all this pack of who are running with him or against him, because Donald Trump has 63 to 65% of the kind of poll popularity, as compared to the nearest one is only 16%, and the Ramaswamy is within 10%. So I think they all are, but I think Ramaswamy has a good chance to become a vice president, and then if he becomes vice president, then we all Indians should be very proud of him.
But right now, yeah, he is hoping to become president, and let's see what happens. Again, I will not discard that possibility as yet. I would, I think, as you mentioned, he's very well informed person,
right.
and there is a clarity even in matters of Russia and Ukraine, etc., etc. But anyway, as we move towards the closing part of our conversation today, your parting words for our viewers.
Well, dear friends, we just celebrated our 76th Independence Day parade and Independence Day in New York City and America. In this parade we started 41 years ago with the idea that we should showcase our culture, our sanskar, our richness to the Western world, and through the parade, as well as the parade is a kind of window where the American, Native American people can see the Indian people, and our young generation can see how India won the independence without any shed of the blood. So I think they can appreciate the history of freedom fighters. So please always celebrate the Independence Day of the India. Work for India, work for motherland, and that is a least obligation we all Indian American has towards our motherland. So Jai Hind, Bharat Mata ki Jai, and after saying that, I would like to say that God bless America, God bless India, God bless Indian American, and we'll see you next time. Till then, I love you all. Thank you. Goodbye.